What up, what up, what up? Welcome to an all-new episode of Devinwade. I'm your host, Dev Nasty, a.k.a. Dangerous Dev Nasty, a.k.a. Choke Your Mama, a.k.a. Choke Your Pop Out. And, of course, to the left of me, we got the mixed up with the big bud.
What's up, guys? It's your favorite model, Monica, and the first lady of the Talkheavypodcast.
And the pain in the ass of the show, the baby of the show. And y'all can see she got mean eyebrows for the day.
Eyebrows. At least I got eyebrows.
What does that mean?
So she just said, fuck everybody with alopecia.
That's basically what she just said. Today we got some people with us. We have the director extraordinaire. She's doing a movie right now with a dude and a bunch of women that he's sleeping with. GB.
I ain't sleeping with a dude though.
No.
GB not sleeping with nobody.
Whoa, GB might just trying to get in the movie, but he said he got to get his abs first. But we have Dominique Janelle in the building with us right now. You know what I'm saying?
Welcome back.
We got her in the building, and we have, of course, behind the bar, our guest bartender Amber Grant in the building. Yeah, and then we got
the Dominican nigga.
So look, so. Before I'm just gonna say, we're gonna get the traditional joints from the sweaty coach right now that smells like outside, and the man that just came from the Dominican barbershop. Let's get into these intros.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? Muy bien, gracias.
TNBN, nigga.
TNBN. Yeah.
It's the Prince of Honey Park, the BBW lover, the pregnant woman slayer, Mr. 2 push-ups a night, the man built in the image of God himself, Slice Maximus.
It's the North Philly legend. Strawberry Mansion's finest. The BBW hater, the pregnant woman creator. They still calling me Jesus' first cousin. He go raw cause the condom keep bussin'. From North Philly to South Beach, cause that's about as long as this pipe reaches.
Tom, no.
You should always fuck with a chick that stutter from the get-go. Cause you might bust your nut before she say no.
And ladies,
Sucking dick is good for your mental health. So don't do it for him.
Do it for yourself.
Yo, Monica is a cornball. Monica's
Y'all put her in this mood before we started.
No. Monica's acting up, but we got to jump right into this stuff because there was a conversation going on downstairs, and I had to stop people because we found out how unloyal the women that are in this family are. There were some talks about doing bids and things that have, people have to go to jail sometimes in life. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And this ain't even the subject for the day, but I had to touch on this, because we were downstairs talking about doing bids. Mm-hmm. And Dominique Janelle said, I don't do bids.
I'm not doing a bid.
Oh, so I asked her, but what about if it's a situation where, it's a 3-month joint, something like that. And then you did say, 3 months, I might be able to do
3
that.
months is
I said a
acceptable.
year. She was like, nah. Now,
No, that's not what she really said. She
but-
really said the day that you go to jail is the day is over.
I'm single.
The day
I'm
she's
single. Yes.
So GB said, what if I go to jail because I was defending you? Something happened. Somebody broke in the crib.
He was trying to take the pussy.
He was trying to rape her or something like that. And then he shot him, but it was too excessive. Dude ran, shot him in the back. He died. Now he got to go to jail and do some time over that manslaughter. And this woman, along with others.
First of all, in this scenario, are we married?
It don't matter.
Yes, it do.
No.
Yes, it does.
Cause I ain't say when a nigga had you down with your legs up taking the pussy, I ain't say, babe, we ain't married.
My nigga.
Babe, we ain't married. I can't even help you right now.
Because that's really not my married pussy.
It ain't my pussy.
He got a burner. I'm gonna just let him do what he do.
But you guys as men are called to provide and protect, so why are you not protecting?
No.
And y'all,
So we're called to do what? Make you food?
No, be loyal to the nigga.
Be loyal.
I never
What
heard
I'm saying
anything
is,
about
I'm
that.
saying if we just dating, I'm not doing a whole. You said like 6 years.
The nigga killed somebody
Let's say
for a
2 years.
boyfriend.
But this the thing.
6 years for a boyfriend? No.
But he's doing the bid for you. You can't do the bid for him.
I will be here when you get out, but while you're in there,
By that time, 6 years.
Okay, you can't.
6
You
years.
can't take that. She's
You
saying
can't
that
take
she'll
that?
be.
I'll be there when you get out.
6
I
years
coulda
later,
let
she done
the
moved
nigga-
on.
But I'm not. So you want me to just stay just by myself for 6 years while you in there?
I'm by myself for 6 years.
Put it like this.
Well,
I
you
coulda-
went to jail.
I could have let the nigga choke you out, and you could have did forever. I think he could have killed you. You could have just did forever.
That's crazy. That's crazy. You don't got nothing to say to that?
I say I'm not doing a bid. I don't know what we're talking about.
But you owe me your life.
Yeah, and listen, but this is the thing.
Right, so I got you. Like I'ma still keep in contact with you. I'll help you put some money in your books.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna. So you just. I'm not.
This
doing it with
is
you.
further proof that Black Love is dead.
Oh my God,
Oh,
he's
yeah,
hurt.
yeah, he can't-
And Black Love is not
And he
dead.
keeps
Black
on,
Love
It's not dead.
He keeps on saying Black Love is
Black
dead.
Love
But you
is
know
dead.
what?
It's just unconscious.
Listen,
That's
yo.
what it is.
Oh, wow. I like that. It's not dead. It's just unconscious. You know how like when every
So
movie
wake
you
it
watch,
up.
Yeah, niggas, you gotta wake
Damn,
up.
You
she
gotta
put a
wake
lot
it
of
up.
pressure.
Yo,
Black
hold on.
Black Love need a honey
Wake it
pack.
up.
Hold on, how Black Love gonna wake up when like Black Love keep getting hit in the back of the head with the gun? Like in the movie, everybody got hit in the back of the head with the gun, go to sleep. That's what happening
it's
right
not-
now.
I feel like they hitting the men in the back of the head.
Yeah, women are getting
Yo,
women
women-
are hitting niggas in the back of the
Yo,
head.
y'all getting
Hold on,
more
matter
and
of
more.
fact,
Y'all getting more and more wild out here.
Hold on. Gee,
Amber didn't say nothing for a while. Why don't you
Hold
go to
on,
Amber?
no. Because Monica decided to walk into the room when she was overhearing the conversation of Dom saying she wasn't doing the bid, to walk in and confess that she's done things like this and left niggas high and
wow.
dry.
So
I
aren't I the determining factor of there are still women out there that will be loyal?
Wait,
So
time
I was-
out. Can
I was
I
doing
get
a
this?
bid.
Can I get this?
No,
let
you
me
can't.
get this because
I was doing
you've
a
been
bid.
acting real bad lately. So let me say this.
Who's acting bad?
Listen. Do you know a nigga that's doing the bid?
Define no.
Listen, fuck that. When he did the bid, did he think you was his girlfriend when he started to do the bid?
No.
Yo.
He called me stink. That's it. So that's not girlfriend.
And I think that might
But
have been
how
Monica's-
many times have women they
Done the
do
bid.
bids with men?
And then what
They
happens?
get out, and what do the men
What
do?
happens?
I ain't gonna lie. I'm
ahead.
not gonna
It
lie.
happens.
It does. I ain't gonna lie. It does happen.
I got
Hold on,
it's a-
you
it's a-
doing that
go ahead, bro.
pregnancy
Go ahead,
bid,
bro.
all that
Keisha.
bullshit.
Can I say this though? Can I say this though? It's a part of this that we always leave out. A nigga go to jail and he do the bid, then he come home. When he come home, you want him to tell you what he really do? He just pay you back for all the niggas you was fucking with while
what?
he was
By doing
Wow.
How about all the
By
women that
fucking
do
all-
bids and niggas swear they out there fucking other niggas and then come home and do some shady
Because they
shit?
be fucking other niggas.
How do we know?
Wow.
You don't know. You assuming because you was like, I was locked up all this time. Ain't no way you
When-
ain't have another nigga up in here.
When men get
Hold
out
on,
of
why you said that like you heard this exactly? What the fuck?
That just triggers some shit.
She turned into the voice and everything. That was
Men gotta start testing women. Like we gotta just disappear for a week. So say we book, we gotta do something to test their loyalty ahead of time. 'Cause
I got
know
it. You know
if
I
I
got
was
it.
with a woman for a year, let's say I'm accidentally booked. They picked the wrong person, and he was the guy who robbed me, and I have to prove myself. Let's say it takes 6 months. If I got a woman that's not gonna wait, I want to
6
know
months.
that
You
deep.
fighting the case for 6 months? I'm not leaving. Oh,
She's
I'm
leaving
here
her
for you to fight the
sentencing.
case.
When you
Sometimes-
sentence.
It's the sentencing for
You
me.
know what she said? She's riding.
I'm riding with you
She's
while you
gonna
fighting.
be in court with
With
you.
trial.
But when you get sentenced, she gonna tell you like that.
I'm gonna tell you this. That's why I be 2 girls showing up to courts and to the jail.
You know what's
These
crazy
women
though? A
be
lot of
crazy.
niggas will tell their girl to leave. They understand. They're not gonna be like, I don't.
So
like,
is it selfish?
They say, I don't
think
expect
that's
you to,"
selfish.
but they
I think
do.
it's selfish. I think it's selfish for you to get locked up and get like 10 years and you want me to stay.
It's
And
very
wait,
selfish.
that's
Nah,
selfish.
10 years you gotta give it a pass.
Okay, okay,
You gotta give it
so
a
number
pass.
one, number
24-month
it's different.
Yeah.
If a nigga is just out here running the streets committing crimes because he want a certain lifestyle, yes. In a situation like we described that GB came up with, that was the time where you were supposed to say, you know what? The person that came into the house and tried to rape me created this scenario.
So what if it was reverse? What if a nigga broke in and had GB's legs up like he was about to eat his gooch, And Dom saved his ass.
Are
What do
you
you think, GB?
Are you waiting for me?
That's a great one.
Are you waiting for me?
Wait. Who had my legs up?
It was a nigga.
A nigga and I came and saved your life. Are you waiting for me?
Kill me.
No, that's real.
I mean, yeah.
Never mind. I can't ask Dom. No.
Wait. No, he never fucked. But he was about to eat your ass.
And I came in
You saved me.
and I
You saved
took
my
that
dad.
nigga. I saved your virginity. He was about to take that ass, and I saved you.
G, you gonna be loyal to this.
She's gonna be.
How long? How much time you got?
I got 6 years.
I'm riding.
Anyone would be loyal to Dom.
Papoose shit. But we would have to get married so I could get conjugal visits.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you can't expect them to go 6 years without sex.
No, because I'm a fuck.
I give my woman 2 years. She got to hold it down for 2 years, and then after that, she the pussy.
So if you got sentenced for 10 years, you got 10 years. You saying the first 2 years, she just got to wait, and then after that.
I'm going to hold you down. but you got to know I'm going to fuck other bitches, but we going to still be in love. But listen, I'm not going to love them.
For you?
But wait, I'm not going to love them, though.
There you go.
So listen,
I'm not going to love them, though.
So listen, y'all. That's not what we was even supposed to talk about today, but what we are talking about today, because he did bring up the love factor, is I wanted to talk about what makes people fall out of love. And I know that everybody here has had a lot of different relationships in their life, and you might be able to go to a particular person and what might have been the thing that made you fall out of love with that person. What do y'all think is one of the main reasons people fall out of love?
Main reasons? I'll give you one of my reasons. Disrespect. Blatant disrespect. It was just being in a situation where I was blatantly disrespected more than once. I'm done.
Publicly?
I can't even look at you the same anymore. Because it's like there's certain things that when you're in a relationship and certain things somebody should not be able to do. Like, can you do it? Yes, but you shouldn't be able to do certain things to people that you say that you love. And if you can, and you're disrespectful, that's it for me.
Does it matter if other people know it was disrespectful? Like, you're talking about publicly disrespecting you, or just like
publicly and privately? It doesn't matter if it's public or not.
But when you say disrespect, what do you mean? You're talking about as far as like maybe they're just dumb. Some dudes are dumb. They do something, they don't cover it good enough. What do you mean by blatant disrespect?
Not even just like doing something dumb and covering it, but like some people will be out here just wilding and just do something just out of pocket. Like, you fucking with a bitch and you have me around this bitch and doing that shit. Like that's wild. Like, for you to be able to do something like that, like that's wild. Or
going out in public with the joint, like you took her to the movie theater that we go to. That type of shit.
Even that, I've had somebody that was fucking with somebody and had me around that person, and I didn't even know it, but he knew, and I'm like, that's wild, disrespectful. Like, you, for the fact that you can do that and you know what you was doing behind the scenes, like it
makes you look at them as a different, like, you're not exactly who I thought you were.
I had that happen to me recently too. I had that happen to me recently, like a couple months ago. Somebody, I went to go to a restaurant. She was like, "Yo, let's go out to eat or whatever." So I'm like, "All right, come on, let's go. Wherever you want to go." And the whole ride that we go into this restaurant, she's actually like I've never been here before, but she's describing like, "Yeah, remember when last time we came." We sat over here and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yo, I've never fucking been here before. So at the end of the day, it's like, for me, it's more about like when people like lie and then gaslight. Like, basically somebody do something to you, right? And then they try to control the way that it makes you feel. So I do something to you. Now you mad, but I'm mad at you because you mad.
Yeah, no, that's the worst.
Yeah, that manipulation.
I think some people just I don't even think some people are smart enough to be that they're trying to be manipulative. It's something they automatically go to. I think that's more. I don't like using all the new words that GB like.
Yeah, I know all the words.
Gaslighting, narcissist.
Oh no, love
bombing.
They real words. GB's using all the words. So I don't want to use those words. But like that narcissist, they're so self-involved that they're still like, who the fuck are you to be mad at me? I don't even think they're trying to. Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. I don't think that they're trying to trick you. I think they're really offended.
They really think,
like, who is you to be mad at me?
Do you not think all relationships is like transactional? And so what I mean, like, whether you with a boyfriend, girlfriend relationship, or even just your homies, it's something that you get from the other person. So I think you fall out of love the moment, not the exact moment, but once that person stop providing the need that you get from them or the benefit that you get from them, you fall out of love. So with a guy, with a woman, it could be affection if that's what he needs, but it could be
You need reciprocity, right?
But even with best friends, let's say not even in a relationship, male woman, let's say your best friend was always a listening ear, and then all of a sudden they're too busy to listen to your problems. You got what you got from that person, and once that's taken away, the friendship dynamics change. So I think in every relationship, whatever it is that you get from that person that means something to you, the moment that is done, so is the relationship.
So so when you get into relationships, should you get into a relationship for what somebody does for you or what you can do for somebody?
I think it's unconsciously you get in a relationship, not unknowingly, but you're in a relationship for what you're getting out of it.
Yep. Everybody.
And that's
Yeah, no, it's definitely what you're getting out of it. But some people do have that thing where they love to be useful and, you know what I'm saying, and provide something for
I was going to say,
somebody.
that's
you
me.
know what I'm saying?
No, I say, I ain't got really shit.
Like even if it's
But you
even
wanna
if
be
it's
used-
But it's like you
usefulness,
want to be with somebody because of what you can give somebody.
Yeah.
Like you got a lot of love to give, you have a lot of affection, you got a lot. So I want to be with somebody because I want them to get all of
But
this.
what about this? So let me say this too, because a
That
lot
won't
of
work
times,
either.
what if a nigga, because it's a nigga, because it could be a nigga out there who you just don't like, but he want to provide and he want to do all of these things that you would like a nigga to do, but because you don't like him, is really not received. So at the same time, what piggyback on what Slice is saying, is you still kind of with the nigga for how he make you feel.
Because if you did all that for a man and he did nothing for you, he wouldn't be there long. You can pour into him everything. You can provide shelter. You can buy him a car. You can pick him up from work. You can educate him. You can give all that shit. If he's not giving you back the core values that you need, you are out of love with him in due time.
I think for me, the thing that I think happens with people is when you don't grow at the same rate or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
That can happen.
Growing. So I don't mean that people have to be exactly the same pace, but when you could be with somebody and y'all was both like living ratchet criminals. Y'all shoplifted together. Y'all did that. But if the one person's mind like evolves past that and the other person is still doing that, they might be looking at you.
pages.
They might be looking at you like, nigga, that's how we always got down. Like, you the one that's weird that changed or whatever the case may be. Not me. What the
I didn't know it was in the camera.
I'm like, yo, what's going on? Thank you. I'm unhealthy. This is liquor for me. I don't know what you doing.
Give it back.
Oh my God.
He said,
what the hell is going on? Yo, but you know, it could be even something like that. Like one person is changing for the better or whatever like that. And even if it's not something that extreme, it's just that y'all, like for example, I know that before I had, you know, me and my girl back in the day, we was definitely broke. Like we was broke as shit, but I didn't have like a broke person's mindset.
Right.
And what I mean by that is I was always looking at it like my situation's not going to be like this forever. Her situation was and like her mindset was more like we're poor people and we're going to stay poor people. So they grow up off the system, welfare, WIC, the Section 8, this, that, and the third. And that's their mindset. And what happened was while we was together, we had like a 4-year situation. I was expanding and growing and she still had the mindset of like, live off the system. I'm scared to get a raise because they're going to raise my rent. They're going like, it was like that kind of shit. And I think that was the major thing for me that kind of separated us because I became like a dreamer to her. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't a real, my things wasn't realistic. In her mind, it's like, no.
So that is what separated y'all. She became unbelievable. Like she no longer, I guess, didn't believe in your vision. And I don't think it's so much that she was just in love with being broke. That might have been the thing. I think you begin to see like I'm growing in this direction, and she doesn't see it. She don't see the concrete.
Couldn't expand her consciousness.
And when a woman don't believe in a man can't.
What is that? Is that selfishness? Like not wanting your partner to excel because it's not at the same pace as you are?
So I think it can be if the person doesn't see, this is a fucked up thing, right? and this is what friends
And
too.
I can tell you,
but that those situations they create jealousy in relationship. You ever have your partner be jealous of
So
you? That's
this is
wild.
this is what I'm going to say, and I said this even works with friends too. If we both got something to look forward to, it'll be a pat on the back for each person because we both see a light at the end of the tunnel. Soon as your light is snuffed out and you can't see the light at the end of yours, but you still see the light at the end of mine, now you're a naysayer to everything I'm doing. I think that was what happened in our relationship is she couldn't see a way out for her, even though I'm looking at it like we together. So when we out, I'm out, you out.
Yeah.
But in her mind, Dev got all these options. He could do so many things. What can I do?
Did you begin to look down behind her? Because I'm gonna say that I ain't mean to cut you off, because I'm gonna want you to spit. I think a lot of times too, when we grow and elevate, we begin to look down on our partner unknowingly. So where we got wise, like, I mean, you still on that food stamp shit. So, but when we was both in the struggle, it was cool buying half food stamps to survive. But now that, all right, I'm doing better, I'm looking at her as less instead of, and maybe that person can't be enlightened, can't grow. But when you truly love a person, I think you drag them along because you remember, like, yo, when there was no food in the refrigerator, I was living off this girl food stamps. Now I'm looking down on her food stamps. It's like,
I think that's completely real right there too. I think what happens though, I mean, if you're somewhat of a good-hearted, genuine person, you'll drag a person on, but only for so long.
They'll start dragging you down.
Yeah, they will start dragging you down with the way that they think. You know how they say in like Bible, religion, like equally yoked. You become so their goals and the things that they shooting for and what you're shooting for, totally different.
That happened to me before. I used to talk to this guy and we were on like a spiritual journey together, just like learning new things and like, like studying the Bible together and whatnot. And I was ready to like make new steps towards like what I believed in. And it like almost derailed us on this journey together. And they felt like I was leaving them behind. And I'm like, I'm not leaving you behind. This is just where I'm at because we're two different people. So individually we have our own journeys, but we're doing it together. But it doesn't matter like at what pace we're going, we're on the same path. It's just, I might be ahead of you and that means you gotta catch up. Or my hand's still back there though. You know what I mean? Like I'm still waiting for you, but they definitely felt like it was abandonment.
I think
but you gotta give in a relationship,
too.
but you gotta give when you're in a serious situation, you gotta give your partner room to grow, space to grow, and time. Yeah, and you also have to know that with people, some people are growth is like not compatible. And that's what it is. It's like their growth is not compatible, and then so almost like when in life, and that's something you have to think about when you date people is like, okay, the things that they're talking about, maybe they're forward thinking, their future and stuff like that. Is their growth and their path that they're saying they might want to be, is that compatible with me and what I'm doing? Because you have situations that you're not compatible. And I've met people and I've talked to them, we started dating and I could see that our growth wasn't going to be compatible. And I was like, it's not going to work. And they're like, why? Because I'm like, this is where I'm going and this is where you going and it ain't going to come together at any point. So
I think my issue is with me, I'll dim my lights though sometimes so that my partner can kind of shine. And like basically I'll let you step on my back so that that you could be tall because I kind of want to see you grow.
All tall over you.
I'm just saying, like,
Not that
you ain't going to the top. You ain't going to the top. You elevated a little bit.
He let you be tall. That's crazy.
But the crazy part is like then when a person like, you know what I mean, get all of their shit in order, you know what I'm saying? It's like they start to run in different circles and shit. Then shit like kind of start to get weird. And they kind of try to look down on you. And then what winds up, shut the fuck up. And then what wind up happening is
you cop a condo and you feel like it was homeless 3 weeks ago. Now the nigga got the new condo.
Talk to him.
fuck the condo. Niggas is real estate investors. Niggas is getting money. Like this it's crazy.
but who you think does that more though? Men or women?
Yeah,
like as far as like when like you say look
Men that act like women.
like
all
when
the
you
woman's
elevate
fault.
and then you start looking down on your partner, who do you think?
so it is be honest with you. women do it the most.
I'll be an honest.
You want me to tell you why? Let me tell you why. Because men, how many times do you see it like this? A woman will support a man emotionally, but not a lot of women is going to shut their whole life down and pour all of their money and their finances into a nigga's business, right? How many times do you see a nigga who got a couple dollars get you that nail salon, get you that hair shop, get you that, get you this? But what y'all will do is a nigga could not have nowhere to live. A nigga could be fucked up emotionally, going through trauma, and you will try to fix him. So y'all will pour into niggas emotionally. Niggas pour into y'all financially.
They don't pour. They only pour if they think you have potential. Women date on a future nigga that don't exist. Yeah. And when he doesn't match up to eventually...
Can I tell you what they do? Can I tell you what they do? Can I tell you what they do? Can I tell you
wearing masks too.
Can I tell you what they do? The crazy part is you'll trade a nigga in, and I think all people do this. You will trade a nigga in that'll get it out the mud with you for a nigga that's just waiting at the finish line.
No, that's you guys. That's you guys.
I can't agree with it.
I can't agree with the part where they said that women don't pour into men's businesses. What I will say is,
I'm gonna say because
I know this, but this is the part that
that's male gigolo. They was paying you for dick, bro.
No.
They was paying you for dick, bro. That shit is different.
First off, it was nothing to do with me.
Different.
It was nothing to do with me. But what I did notice is a lot of white women will pour shit into niggas.
You know why?
Buy niggas barbershops.
No.
This is
you know
real.
why? Because they're
man, that shit don't count, bro.
They're married.
Yeah, they put stuff in their names.
I've seen, I'm telling you.
I disagree.
Niggas don't want to make women their wives, but expect that wifey behavior. These white men are married. These white women are married.
No.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
I need a few minutes.
How many decent white women? We're not talking about Kensington, Trailer Park trash. We're not talking about that got a few dollars from their daddy, but how many high value, high class white women would even fuck with a black man if he wasn't successful already?
I'm gonna tell you something right now, bro.
I don't see
these women. I'm not going to call somebody.
Let me know when y'all ready. I need a few minutes.
Wait. I'm not going to call people high value.
Bad choice of words.
Bottom line is, I'm talking about people that are just from a different type of neighborhood, different type of money, class, whatever you want to call it, and they will get niggas from East Camden. Have them pushing their cars.
They just like black dick.
Exactly.
They just like black dick.
That's not fucking
But what I'm telling you is, that same nigga could get a barbershop, or I'm telling you, babe, all I need is to get this brick. I'll get this brick from Tyrone. It's lit. The bitches will provide this shit.
I feel like they're kind of delusional.
I'm telling you.
No, I think them regular.
That goes into what you guys said though before about how they fall in love with almost potential, because I think that they see a lot of like the athletes and everything like that, and they're like, oh, let me grab one of them because they'll probably be something.
I mean, but my thing is like the real thing is the falling out part. And I know we talked about some different things that would make people fall out, fall out of love.
Go there,
like that.
I want to, because Monica said something about like niggas not wanting to make you like, they wife and stuff like that. I've never met a woman anywhere that have actually ever said out loud, or probably in private, that, I'm not wife material. So basically, a lot of times niggas don't make you their wife because you probably just not wife material, right? And the fact of the matter is, a lot of women, not saying all, but a lot of women feel like because they have a pussy that they're special. Actually, the thing that you feel like makes you the most special is the thing that makes you the most average, because every woman was born with one. It's nothing special about you having a vagina. And what winds up happening is that's the thing that a lot of women like to lean on. It's like, yo, I am entitled to privileges because I'm a woman, because I have a pussy, and niggas want it. But if niggas really stop and they all was born with it. And a lot of times what motherfuckers think they supposed to be married just because of that, or just because you do this or because you do that. A lot of times, a lot of people not wives because you not wife material.
And cooking ain't enough.
And a lot of niggas is not husband material. A lot of niggas,
That's both sides.
A lot of niggas aren't even if we talking about niggas who want to be married.
So who does that? So So where do you think it starts? Don't you think that women
being real with yourself?
Women aren't wifey material because they probably don't want to submit, and they don't want to submit because the men aren't being submittable men.
I got this. Wait, listen. And a lot of times with men, it's harder to figure out like why you want to be married. You got some women that want to marry for money. You got some women that just want a wedding. You got some women that just want the title. You got some women that just want to feel like, oh, I've been chosen. For
you got
men,
some women that want to be married. So go ahead.
But listen, for a man, you got to look at it from our perspective. We don't get those things. Yeah. So me proposing to you is not you choosing me. It's me getting down on one knee, submitting my love and professing my love for you in front of everybody else. I just got to hope you say yeah. So at the end of the day, at the end of the day, it's like, unless I get down on a knee and submit, I have to literally submit in front of everybody and just basically say,
but you said a lot of men aren't worthy husbands, and I'm saying that they're not because they're not being that leadership role to make women want to submit to.
But men naturally don't want to be married.
Well then,
men naturally.
That's not true. There's a lot of men that want to be married. There's a lot of men that want to be married.
Men love you enough to give you what you want. But because there's nothing that men get from wives that they don't get from girlfriends. You could be my girlfriend for 20 years. We could be happy. There could be no problems. We could have the joint bank account. We can have everything, and we could get married, and absolutely nothing changes.
But this is the thing, G. We got to be fair to some niggas. Do want to be able to say, so and so
is my wife.
Is my wife.
They do.
So this is the thing. So this is. I like where you went with that.
Never had nobody that you want to lock down.
But you're talking about people who are willing to do everything. Like you say, why buy the cow when you get the milk for free? You talking about them type of people.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about most men, probably 99.9% of men get married because it's what you want. Because technically
it's a different type of honor.
I'm going to say this. Let me cut you off.
Go ahead, bro.
Listen, there has never been a married man on earth
that has said,
yo, dog, you need to do this marriage shit. It's lit. I'm fine being married. You know what they tell you? Take your time, bro. Yo, don't rush into this. Yo, be careful. Because when
and that's white people, black people,
when something is lit, people tell you to do it. If the movie dope, dog,
but you guys sound retarded.
Told you to have kids, though.
But I've met men that were just like, getting married was one of the best things I've ever done in my life. Like finding my person. No, not in front of their wife. Their wife wasn't even there. And I know men that have said that and feel that way. So I can't agree with you when you say men.
Wait. Men in fucking relationships say the same fucking shit. So what are you talking about?
I could find my person and not marry him.
And you're still gonna have people say don't get.
No. Wait. Hold on.
Dev, is you married? Dev, is you married?
I'm not married.
You're not married?
I'm not married.
Is your relationship great or is it fucked up?
It's great.
Okay then. That's proof that you don't gotta be married to have a good relationship.
No, but I will say marriage ain't for everybody. I will say marriage is not for everybody.
Hold on, but once again, niggas do want to be able to say, yo, this is my wife, and this is why I disagree. Because that's the reason why we run around without being married saying, this is my wife, or referring to women as our wife. So it's kind of some playhouse shit. The reason why
it is playing house.
The reason this is what we do. It's the same across the board. This my friend. When I talk to people, I'll be like, oh yeah, my brother GB. Because that's how you feel about that person. Mm-hmm. You want to put the extra title on it. That's my brother. Niggas do that. Some niggas feel that way about their girl.
Because she's set apart from the rest.
You want to say that's your wife. And what I will say is this, and this ties into the whole what makes people fall out of love part. A lot of my people that got with their girl in high school or right after, they was happier with their marriages because they didn't go on the wild streaks that we went on. They got with a person, they not compare, because they say comparison is the thief of joy.
It's the thief of joy.
So when you done fucked around with a whole bunch of women and all that type of shit, it starts making it a little bit more difficult. But for some of them, they got with their girl early, they forged something dope, they got mad time, and they like, bro, we've been together 20 joints, we done did this as a partnership, and they were able to build compoundly over time with the same person. So the place that they in, they do love their situation. I do got homies that love those situations. But one of the reasons why people fall out of love is cheating, meaning you could be in love with somebody,
Talk that talk.
cheat on them, right? But now your mind starts looking at things as there's greener grass out there. And it's because you was hitting other butt cheeks last week. You was fucking other bitches. Because this
man just said you can be in love with someone and cheat.
You can. Hold on. Let's be clear.
But it's the why of it all. It's the why of it.
I've cheated, and I've been cheated on, right? And even when I was cheated on, I didn't feel like she didn't love me. Even when I've cheated, there have been women that I've loved.
But why be in a relationship with somebody that you're in love with and cheat on them? What the fuck is the point?
Because people want that.
Don't let them fill your head up with these excuses.
You're not in love if you're cheating.
Thank you. I've never cheated on a woman I was in love with.
You're in love, you're not cheating.
I'm saying, how you in love and cheating? That's crazy.
Yes, it is. You lying to yourself.
Let me say this. When a man's truly in love, listen, real deal. When a man's truly in love,
I agree with you.
his focus is only on that woman.
I agree
so
with
hold
you.
on now. I'm not saying things. I'm not saying he doesn't.
Fuck the generations up after us telling them the wrong shit.
Yeah, I cheat on a woman that I love.
I said you could cheat on a woman you love.
Right.
Somebody that you in love with,
Oh
you
my
only
God.
see that person.
Nah, you could be in love with two people. You could
Never.
be in
Never.
love with two people.
never.
Yo,
Never.
keep on moms. Yes.
Never.
You can love two people.
You can love two people. You can't be
So
in
let me tell you
love.
something. Let me
You in love.
Hold on. Let me tell you something.
Never.
Let me tell you something. You got people
That's a dangerous person.
You got people that you are in love with that you could have been in love with that never fucking, that chapter never even closed. It only ended because this motherfucker moved somewhere or got a job somewhere. So when you met the next person, nothing changed. You met this new person and now you fucking with them. That's the whole
But you don't stay in love with
You're
that
not in
person
love
just
with
because
that
you want
last
to love
person.
them.
You just love them.
Until that nigga come back.
Hold on, exactly. So that's my point. What happens is in most cases, people move on and that other person is never a factor again. It's when that motherfucker moved back to town and now you, hey, Dom, how you been? And it was like the last
All that shit come back.
I think that's only true if you're not talking to someone currently.
Nah,
I think once you fall in love with someone new, it cancels out that old person.
So basically, you're saying that when your husband die and you marry a new nigga, you don't love that nigga no more. No.
I'm saying that I love him, but I'm not in love with him anymore because he's
not here, right?
Oh, so dead niggas. That's what can't
be in love with a dead nigga.
Can't be in love with a dead nigga.
I know what you're about to say. So when the nigga comes back around, that's not
Once
dead.
maggots get on him,
Because it's new pussy when they come back. Because now your current bitch already old pussy now.
That's why these make some of the greatest movies. When you watch these movies like Pearl Harbor and shit like that, where they thought the nigga was dead, they moved on with another nigga, and the nigga come back from war.
Yeah, but you fall out of love with people because of like that distance. So
Like
if
I
he's been
grieved
dead-
you, I
if he's
grieved
been
you,
dead for
and
a
I
month-
moved on.
No,
Yeah.
you could
That happens.
You grieved them, meaning you're over their death. But as far as who the person
Even
was,
if the nigga moved away,
No,
Dev,
no,
if the nigga moves away from me, I'm falling out of love with you because we're not in contact anymore.
I agree with mine.
The in love does not stay.
I'm going to just disagree. And what I do think is that different people think and love different ways.
So who are
And
you
what-
still in love
so
with? That's
I-
what you. Who you?
That's
still,
not. That's not. You're trying to make something else. Yeah, she on some. But I'm trying to tell you, she on some bullshit. She on some bullshit.
Who we got to worry about coming back?
Nah, she on some bullshit. But what I will say is, people are different personalities. Now, if you're like a fucking love robot and everybody that you fall in love with is the same exact nigga, that's one thing. But you could be in love with two people that did nothing wrong. You might have fucked up that relationship. You got with a nigga, you love this nigga, you did some dumb shit, whatever the dumb shit might have been, right? That don't change how you felt about that nigga. You lost that relationship because you wasn't in the place that you were supposed to be. And now you've moved on. You got with somebody else. That's where it gets more difficult, is when them people come around. And all I'm saying is that when people do cheat, because I do believe that a man will love his wife, love his family, and just like getting pussy.
I can be in love with someone. I can be in love with someone and love someone at the same time.
Right, same.
Yeah.
I can
But
do
I
that.
can't be
Yeah,
in love
yeah,
with someone.
I
I
agree.
can't be
Be in love
in
with
love with two people at the same time. That's crazy.
But you gonna
Like
always
I can still have feelings for you, still care about
That's
you.
what I mean by love.
As a person, and I have a love for you, but in love with you and in love, nah.
Let me ask you this though: can you still treat them both the same, or it's like once you start fucking with somebody else, you start treating the other person a little
That's
different?
what I did to the nigga in
Because if
jail.
you can treat them both the same, you're a serial killer.
So notice what the conversation was about.
Falling out of love.
It was about falling out of love. So what I'm saying is a person is in love with their wife or husband.
Mm-hmm.
And then they decide on some selfish shit. I'm a whore. I'm a whore. I always fucked with a bunch of niggas. That's what the bitch do. So the bitch love this nigga. She with him, whatever, but she still come and fuck Dev, right? She fucked GB. She fucked you.
Fuck me.
I'm just saying, because you was fucking a lot of people's wives.
Me too.
All right, so that's why I use you and why I use me. So
Crazy.
that same girl that same girl that came and fucked GB or fucked Dev, right? Dev might have started feeling her, but I still can't get her from that nigga. She just like, Dev, you just fun. Right. I love this nigga right here. I'm not going nowhere, Dev. Like I said, I don't love. You're just cool, a funny ass nigga. You got me laughing, and we do some fun shit on the side. But I'm never.
She don't really
nigga.
love that
She's
nigga.
not,
that
no,
she not
she really
leaving.
loves him. She's
she
not
don't
in love
really
with him.
love him.
Listen, when you in love with
So
somebody,
with something like that, then I'll just be like, well, what is your definition of love?
Yeah.
Because I think that's part of the problem with a lot of people. Their definition of love is just all fucked up.
But regardless of what it is, when the person goes and does that, and because a lot of people think, I'm just gonna fuck this bitch on the side. How many people fucked with a bitch on the side and then start catching feelings for her? Originally, I was just gonna fuck this joint. She got a dude, but now, you know what I'm saying? Like,
She cooler than my
So
girl
you
for
proven,
real.
so y'all proven to us that you guys can't have sex without strings attached.
what I've said before,
Because we
plenty
fuck
of
people
times.
we don't know their names.
Yeah, but we also said that niggas fall in love with chicks like that. But what I'm saying is a person could be in a relationship, feel like they're in love, everything. They go off to be like, some men are conditioned, grew up seeing their dads fucking other bitches. Their mindset and definition of fucking other people just not as deep as what you think it is.
but when you in love, you don't risk it. Like, all due respect, when you all the way in, it's a different.
Yeah, like Pat
But that's
Poose,
what
like
I'm
when you like
saying.
Pat Poose
You
and
just
shit,
said-
you don't
But that's
risk
what I'm
it.
saying. You just said like you grew up and your dad was doing it. So that's what I'm saying. Your definition of love is fucked up then.
Mm-mm.
Because if your definition of love is based off of what you've seen and you say I'm in love but I can still do this and this, you need to reevaluate your definition of love, because that's not really what love is.
Okay, hold on, wait, hold on. No,
That
I'm
might
not
be
important.
love for you.
It's
That's
not
not
using
really the
excuses to
definition of
fuck
love.
other bitches because your daddy did it.
because I love these discussions, because in this new world of all of this other shit, you can't love in love with two people at the same time. All of this. So what this is saying mathematically is that any person in a poly relationship, there's only one person that you're in love with. Is that what you are saying clearly now, Dominique Janelle?
Yes.
How many?
Oh, yeah, hold on. I want to get that from
You
everybody.
love
Hold on,
everybody,
wait,
but
no.
you cannot in love.
I want to get a clear statement from every person and for everybody to watch the show. Are you saying that only one person in that poly relationship, only two are in love?
Hold on, I'm saying no. If it's one man
They're
and
not
two
in
women, he's only truly in love with one of them. The other, hold on, he's in love with the
Or
whole
he
experience.
loved one of them more than the other.
No, yeah, he's in love with the experience, but
Hold on,
he's
he
in
never
love.
lasts
loved
any-
one-
either.
He 100%
But so-
doesn't love them equally.
One of them
Niggas,
died.
Exactly.
listen.
So he's only
People don't even love their children equally.
Right.
People love one child more than the
Let 'em
other.
know,
They can
Dad.
lie and say.
Hold on.
Let him know,
Hold on,
Dad.
but this is the whole point. You can say you love your children
You don't love them
unequally,
equally.
but you love them. But you're saying you can't be in love unequally. We're just getting to the finite definition of what something is.
Because
how
Well,
long
you
do
have-
the poly relationships last? You never see one really last like for a long time. You always see them pop up.
You never
It's a
see an
trend,
old
but then
couple
they
poly
fizzle out.
relationship.
So let me
Right.
ask you
They've
this.
been poly for 30 years. That don't
Yeah,
happen.
never.
That don't happen.
So this is the funny part with this. If I go to most people, including everybody on this show,
No.
their longest relationship ain't really that long. So if you talk about the poly people's Jones ending, but nobody here currently right now, except for Slice, is in a relationship, and your Joan is only how long?
Because I get cheated on. So that's why I'm not.
yeah, Dom, talk that shit.
But no,
25
but Dad,
I get cheated on. That's not my fault. I want to be in a relationship. It's not my fault.
Niggas was cheated
Somebody
on.
think they in a
Hold on.
relationship with me, but
So
yeah.
in our parents' time, Dad had a whole family down the street. Which one was he really in love with?
one of them might not have been
See
my
again, you bringing up some stuff, and that's what I'm saying. Your definition of love is fucked up. If that was the life that you grew up in,
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, we know that was a lot of the things from back then. Is that you had the dads playing the
Fuck that.
double life. all of that type of stuff.
And that's why you have a lot of people, like I
That are
said,
fucked
they
up right
have
now.
a fucked up definition of love because of the
definitely.
things that they've
Yeah.
seen. Because you learn, where do you learn love from? Your mom, your dad. That's who you learn it from first.
Yeah.
Or your
And
uncle
you-
that gets
you're-
your dick sucked. in the tank.
So a Muslim nigga,
What I'm saying, but
so
it's
a
like, that's
Muslim
what
nigga
you
with
do.
3 wives ain't in love with his wives.
Not all 3 of them. No,
Listen,
he's not in love with all
If
3.
he had to go for a second one, he was never in love with the first
y'all
one.
gotta understand. I love clips. I like my job.
You love clits?
Clips
Oh,
as
all
well. I love,
But you said that plural.
but this nigga, I love clips. So I try to get people to just stand on whatever our
I don't think
opinions
that the
are.
Muslim
I
people
stand
are
on
happy
it.
in their 3.
I
Oh my
stand
God.
on you cannot be in love with more
my
than one
God.
person at one time. I stand on
Don't
that.
go to Germantown with that shit.
What she say?
No, I said I stand on that. I said you cannot be in love with more than one person at the same time.
And
I
I don't
stand on
think
that.
that the
You can't.
Muslim people are in love with all 3 of their women. I
You
think that
gonna
they're.
repeat it. I tried to shoot you some bells.
I thought you was talking to Don. I thought you was telling Don not to say it.
You know you live in Philly, right?
No, I don't. Don't come looking for me.
You live in the most Muslim city
I live
in
in
America.
Camden.
Which is cool, but you got a lot of people in those relationships are in there for the situation.
Let me ask y'all a question.
They're there for
can you
the
be,
situation.
Can you be in love with a nigga but love another nigga dick?
Yes.
This is crazy.
Amber said yes.
Yo, hold on. So you see how
Dom ain't
I've
answer.
never been in love with dick.
Hold
Like
on,
you
wait.
saying being
No,
in
no,
love
no.
with
Hold
dick.
on, hold on. You in love with a nigga,
Right.
Right? But he don't fuck you as good as this nigga. So you in love with this nigga, but you love his dick.
No, listen. I just want to be clear that GB just did the ultimate line and got niggas to go against what the fuck they just said. How the fuck?
Because you don't love the nigga, you love the dick. If you don't love the nigga, you love the
He
dick.
said,
I
can you be in love
did
with
not
one
say
nigga
it.
but love another nigga dick? But I thought you wouldn't get another nigga dick if you was in love.
Oh no, they don't go like that because you could have got
no,
that
no,
prior
no,
to
no,
that.
no,
Hold
no,
on,
no,
oh no, you talking about?
It's like
Damn,
it's
you
like
got- your
saying
line
who
is
was the
on.
best
Your
person
line
you
is
ever
on.
had
Come
sex
on,
with.
man.
line is on.
It's who the best person you ever had sex with.
He tried.
Like-
You could have had sex previous.
You could have sex with like 5 people, like that was the best.
Whoa,
but
wait, what?
I'm not with her. I'm with you now,
Right.
and that's you know.
Yeah, that was
So
over.
it's not the
That's a
case
Dom,
of it
you
comes
said you
around.
did that? So you did that, Dom?
I did what?
You did that? You was with a nigga in love with him, but still in love with another
No.
nigga dick?
No, I'm not
That's
in
very-
love with
so
that
you
is
said-
not
so you
convincing.
said-
because what like if we had sex and it was good and
Yo.
I'm
You
over
didn't
here,
ask her to
like
make
if
out.
I'm done with you,
Hey, yo.
I'm done
Wait,
with you.
wait,
Like
that
I don't
was-
care
that
about
was-
So
you,
every-
your dick,
so
nothing.
So
I don't
every
care about
time
none
you
of
got
that.
with a new nigga, you upgraded in dick?
It wasn't always an
That sounds
upgrade.
guilty as shit.
Because that was her actress no. You see the tone change, her face. That was the actress
wasn't-
no.
It wasn't always an upgrade.
All right.
There was upgrades, but it wasn't always.
All right,
So,
this is a
so
live
when you in
detection
love,
cameras.
so now you in love with main man over here, right? You don't still have them nights, but you still thinking about main man dick over here though.
We agreed that you
No.
can be in love with someone and still love someone. So we can be in love with you and still love that guy's dick.
Okay, that was good. Sid.
But do you want it?
Do I want what?
Do you still want the old dick?
No.
They do.
They
No,
do. Come on,
you
man.
can have good dick and never want it again because it's attached to
Yeah.
a human being that's fucking
Yeah.
terrible.
So when you
I
when
don't
you,
want
when you
it.
when you meet somebody new, right, and you in love, y'all in love, you get rid of the old dick pics from the other nigga.
I don't keep dick pics. Yeah, first of all, when I move on to someone new, I erase everything. Like
Let
you
me see
don't
that
exist
phone.
anymore.
I know,
You don't
she lying.
exist anymore.
Amber, look through this phone.
You look.
I just feel like
you
I
know
might.
She
I
got 3
clear it out.
calculators on that
I
motherfucker.
clear it out.
You blocking? You block the old nigga?
You got to do something crazy for me to block you. But I'm not above it. I'm not above it.
I just feel like you should always keep things.
Amber, you
I clear it out.
Amber,
I don't want.
Amber,
I don't
you
want to
keep your
keep.
dick
I don't want to
pics?
keep our pictures. I don't
For
want to keep.
receipts.
I'm not keeping. I'm not keeping it.
You don't keep
I
the
not
dick
When I
with-
pics?
get with a new nigga, I mean, they might be somewhere in the drive, but I don't go looking for them.
In the
That's your in the
In the hard
drive.
Like, Dropbox or something.
Yo,
Yeah. Do you know? Time out, bro. Do you know how many dick pics you gotta have to need a terabyte?
she got her shit to-
drive.
And they already go there.
HD, that's crazy.
Oh, them joints
Imagine,
4K.
imagine you're someone currently like goes through that, like one of your current boyfriends. It's like a
Oh,
slideshow
no.
of dicks.
I had that happen.
He
To me.
shouldn't even be looking back there for
I
it.
had that happen to me, man. No, somebody
Someone
found
saw
not
your
dicks,
slideshow
but
of dicks?
no, not
Oh,
dicks.
I'm
But
fucked up out here.
I got like a stash. I got like a stash of pictures that's gotta be like at least go back like at least 15 years. And on every time I get a new computer or phone or whatever, I always make the file the same name. Because you know how you lose shit yourself? You try to hide the shit, but you hide it from yourself. So I always put the shit in my in my computer under like cable wire. Because I used to be a DirecTV guy. So I always put it like it was my inventory from DirecTV. And
Got inventory of pussy.
and listen, the last relationship I was in, that joint got cracked into. And that shit was
That's why you
that
get
shit
rid
was
of
bad.
him. That's why you
This
just
nigga
get rid
lied
of him.
about how
Nah.
why his
Trash him.
relationship
Nah.
is
What?
Nah,
What?
listen.
all her
When they
fault.
see people,
I don't
No,
want to be with somebody else and be looking at old dick. I don't care about that dick.
but you
anymore.
got them too. Like, you know what I'm saying?
What?
Like she had it too though.
Oh.
So yeah, take that back.
All right, take
Cause
it
you
back.
don't delete dicks.
Guys, do y'all keep the pictures?
Yo, what? Oh, the Monica.
gotta delete 'em.
Monica kept going.
I gotta delete
Y'all-
him. I clean it out.
I've been saying that I feel like you should keep receipts for something.
Amber just asked the question
know.
over
I
here.
want to know, do guys, do y'all like, if y'all take videos, like fucking y'all?
Never.
Do y'all keep them when y'all move
We
on?
never delete it.
Niggas,
They don't delete
niggas-
them.
We
niggas
never delete
They
it.
don't delete them.
I delete
No,
all
no,
my
no,
Niggas never
They archive
lie.
Niggas never
Yeah, y'all
delete.
saved
It's
them shit.
archived.
No.
It's archived.
Yes.
Trust me, it's
Listen.
archived.
Yes,
Save.
because you like
Got
to
videos of
feel
every bitch
it.
that's on
Listen,
the line.
it's
the family
nothing.
youth.
It's nothing more nostalgic than a old fucking pussy pic or video of you when you was in your prime.
Yeah.
You even go back to see how you used to fuck.
Yeah.
Like
Do
that
older
shit is
women-
like.
Do older women take pictures the same as like? Do they send pictures the same as like when you used to do when you were younger?
No, it's more graphic now.
Is it?
Yeah,
I
it's
thought
more
it
like
was-
sound effects and shit. Like they moan and do all of this goofy shit. Like and it's more toys. So they use the toys in the videos now, where that was kind of taboo.
They gotta like
back
make
then.
up for like them not being in their prime anymore. Is that what that is?
Wow.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Gregory
because
Bond?
I mean,
Who do I sound like?
gray
Who the
hair.
fuck do I sound-
I mean, because gray pubes aren't sexy. I mean, keep in mind, it's my fault, bro. But gray pubes ain't sexy.
You got gray right here. So
Yeah,
this is
but your pubes don't be gray.
How old you gotta be to get for your pubes to?
I don't know.
Pubes go start
I don't
getting
know.
gray.
I don't got no gray pubes.
I ain't never seen
My,
it.
my shit started, dog.
Oh, you stressed out.
I find some. I'm like, oh shit.
You stressed out, nigga.
My dick
Your dick
mature and
stressed.
shit.
My
My dick
dick
mature,
mature.
nigga.
Yeah, no, I don't got no gray pubes.
Your dick
know-
ready
And
to
when I
check out.
do,
Like
just
Reed-
for men, nigga.
You know, Reed Richards from
Just
fucking
for men.
Fantastic
You're
Four,
die his
he got the
beard.
little bit of gray Jones right here.
Bro,
Whole
listen,
great beard.
I'm holding on.
You guys have been putting yourselves through a lot. It's ready to check out.
My dick older than me.
Yeah, it's ready
Yeah,
to check
bro,
out.
my dick is from Ghana.
Yo, and then with guys, like I don't know, like when guys get older, they balls.
Oh yeah, I have a question for that. Yeah.
Yeah, them balls.
What they do?
be
They start
dropping.
holding it, like
They
they
balls
squeeze it
start-
together though.
they-
Yeah,
they
cause
start
I mean,
hanging.
like,
oldest
yeah,
man.
cause
I
it-
mean,
They
like-
start hanging.
Hold on. So what's the oldest man you've been with? Because she's so
I
describing these balls.
I don't deal with older dudes.
So how do you know all about these old balls? You wasn't a
'Cause-
CNA. Like,
Because of that, old niggas balls drop. Like we know
yeah,
this.
gravity hits your balls different.
Yeah,
I was like a CNA, and like the balls would like go in the toilet water. I'd be like, oh
Oh,
my
No,
god.
They got
What do we
surgery
do?
where like you can get your balls snatched back.
for real?
Yeah.
Where you gotta go for that?
Dr. Miami.
Because you figure
hanging low.
if my
You get your
balls,
balls.
if because if my balls
It's a BBL
is up,
for balls.
if my
It
balls is
is.
up, you could get
They
right
do.
to the
They got like a BBL for balls. Like you just get your balls snatched
did
back.
you hear him? He's worried more about the balls being in the way of his gooch getting licked. He don't want you to have to lift the balls. To
Yeah, they just be up already.
Wrap them around your head.
That's crazy.
They doing it in Atlanta.
Oh yeah, I ain't getting no surgery in Atlanta.
Nah, because if they lift
If
your
you
balls, they
like
gonna
Atlanta.
slip something in. Fuck
Cause
you
you know,
from the
cause you
front.
figure in Atlanta they probably cut the doctor probably come in the room with models like you with whole dicks like you want your joints like this, you want them like this, and I can guarantee you the doctor gay, guarantee.
What? To be so-
Just don't keep it to sleep. Just don't keep it to sleep. You be alright. Because you can stay awake.
The doctor that do my
So that
balls.
way you know you're not violated.
Listen, what if the best doctor in the world to do your balls was gay and you had to get it done?
Hold on, why would I have to get my balls?
Because you
Because
lost the
they just-
testicle.
yeah.
Now you're in a metal one, metal ball.
Who would put a metal ball?
Yeah, you got your
shit.
balls got
Silicone
choked
ball.
out at the
Silicone.
dojo.
You had to get
I
ball
feel like we talked about
reconstruction
metal
surgery.
Yeah, your balls
Silicone.
got choked out at
You
the,
got to
at
get
the
ball
dojo.
reconstruction surgery.
Dojo.
Slice. Slice.
Silicone.
Slice. Why?
I don't know. I'm not even entertaining that.
Why? And we 40 plus, y'all. So
Yeah.
you're going to be immature.
I
Let
got-
you young people know you're going to be immature for the rest of your life.
I got a prostate
Yo,
exam
like as you get
next week.
older, I feel like once you get to a certain age, like your mental, that's it. Like it's the same. Like you feel like you're mentally, like do you still feel the same mentally, kind of like you was when you was in your 20s?
27 years old.
That like that's where it
You
is.
stuck in your ways at 27?
I think,
No, it's like your mind.
Your mind, the silliness, certain things like that. I think
it don't
it's
change
27
It's there.
years
because
old.
it's not a lack of maturity. It's just like kind of like who
like a joy
Yeah,
thing.
it's like who you are.
It's who you. It's the mirror image of who you see in your mind. You don't see the old version of you in your mind. At a
You
certain
still
point,
see that-
you still see the other person. You're reminded every time you look in the camera, like, oh shit, this is me. I look more like my dad.
You know what's crazy?
No, I went to Delta
But mentally,
homecoming,
you're still
right?
there. Yeah.
And this young girl came up to me and was like, "Yo, put your number in my phone, Pop." I was looking like,
Damn.
"Who the fuck is Pop?"
That's crazy.
And you
But you
realize like,
still-
"Oh shit, I'm old." You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's-
Look at
But mentally, you're not.
Yeah,
You're not
mentally,
old.
mentally,
You're mentally, you're not old.
Yo,
That's
you wanna
'cause you
know
guys don't
something?
wanna
Yeah,
believe
ages
Want
is
to know
our
something that's
bodies.
crazy though? I found something out because I went to therapy this week and shit. Don't tell nobody. But what I found out was that like 70% of your memories are made up. That kind of fucked me up. Like basically when you go back to remember certain shit, right? You put your own twist on it to kind of make it sound. It's kind of like
Make it more exciting.
it's kind of like how people suppress like bad memories.
Mhm.
You control the way that you remember it. You always add something and take something away and just make it real. 70% of the shit that you remember didn't happen. It didn't actually happen
I
that
think
way.
that percentage is higher with women.
I think. Hold on. So how the science behind that? How do people?
because of the way the brain works.
But how are they derived at that science without them being at that experience? I could see if there was something filmed and then they ask you to repeat the memory.
Because
And-
what they do is they do a survey, right? And they ask you and everybody that was there that was present at that time how it happened, and everybody says something totally different that's totally off base. So it's like if I'm asking 30 people about this time that you and Dev walked to the mall and the gay boy tried to sell you perfume and shit, right?
This happened to you.
He just trying to rewrite the story now.
Exactly.
Yo, that's crazy.
So this was. So listen, y'all.
Wow.
This was all.
Wow.
happened that way, Dev.
So this was all a lineup
happened that
for
way.
GB.
Are you trying to change it?
He's trying to change the story and trying to say that the dude at the store didn't slide up on GB, spray him on the neck, and sniff him.
I think it's just
It didn't
different.
happen like
It's
that,
different.
bro.
It's different
He
perspectives.
violated you.
No, he tried. No, nigga
He
tried.
violent?
No, the nigga
So
like
his memory
no,
recall
like the nigga.
is trying to change it because
Listen.
that's trauma.
Me and Deb was
That's a
at the
trauma
fucking
response.
mall trying to buy some perfumes, and
For
it was
themselves.
a beautiful woman there. It was a beautiful woman there, and then when Deb got his shit, then it was time for me to get my shit, and somehow the beautiful woman slid off, and somebody of the homosexual community seemed to pop up. So the nigga did some shit like this. So the nigga sprayed the shit on his wrist. And then tried to like put the shit like in my face and shit. Like, yeah, you can have this one or the other one. I just like, nah, bro, just give me the other.
Why you can't smell your hand? You said if it doesn't
Nah,
involve
I
dick,
just
it's not
want.
gay.
I want the other one. I want the one he don't wear. I don't
He
want that
did
shit.
literally pick the one that the dude didn't like the smell
Oh,
of.
so you can't even
Yeah,
say that
nice,
he's homophobic.
Why? I'm not homophobic.
No. He didn't want.
I know, I'm just saying.
He didn't want to smell good to the dude.
Yeah,
So
I
he
didn't
picked-
want like yeah.
So he picked the other one, even though he actually agreed.
and
with
I didn't
the
want
one.
I didn't want my chick walking around smelling like the nigga.
He was a
It was a Christmas gift.
you
I think
associated
it's a
the
trauma
smell
thing.
with
He's
the traumatic
traumatized.
experience.
Well,
Yeah.
GB
And
grew
he
up in
want
a
to
house.
associate
Yeah.
that.
He grew up in a house with his uncles, which he thought was wrestling matches. We talked about
Yeah.
this before. He thought they was wrestling matches. But
Like I know with like
he didn't realize that the big dudes that was wrestling his uncles was inserted
Yeah,
into
Booty
his
manglers.
uncles.
yeah, it was fucking him.
They were
And
inside of his uncles.
Slice used to spend the night too.
Not down there. Not in the basement.
And that room, in the room that they was all fucking and didn't have a door, had a curtain on
Yeah,
it.
no, I had a sheet.
A sheet.
I had a
How
sheet on
old
the
were
string.
you hearing that?
Huh?
That's why he's in
Trauma,
therapy
nah.
now, guys.
Like,
That makes
yeah, like-
sense. That's
like
good. It's
9.
good that you in therapy though.
Like I seen men kiss like my whole life and shit.
That's traumatizing.
Yeah, I have
She
four.
said
I
it's
have four. I
traumatizing.
have 4 gay uncles.
Yes,
That's
what
traumatizing.
We were trying to figure out scientifically. Let me ask you
Were
this:
they brothers?
scientifically, does
Yeah.
is
Oh.
gay genetic scientifically?
No.
Because he has a
No.
bunch of
No,
uncles that are all gay.
100%
I
yes,
don't
and I
think it
used to
is.
disagree
No, it's
with
not.
it.
All right, so
I don't
he's
think
so,
it is. I
I
don't
used
think
to
it's genetic.
always think it was something that was learned. It was a learned behavior, right?
Nah.
Go ahead.
Until I met one of his uncle's sons. and this is the identical twin of his uncle, and just as gay, looks the exact same.
And is the uncle still alive or he passed?
No, he passed. Yeah.
Do you think it's genetics? Do you think it's generational trauma?
But that's the
What?
thing.
No,
It's in the food.
If something happens to one of them and then
No
they do
trauma.
it to the next person,
no
what do you?
trauma can make you want to let a nigga fuck you in the head.
Yes,
No
yes, it is.
trauma.
Yes,
No,
it is.
no.
It's
Listen,
yes,
I've been
yes.
through some shit in my life. I've been through some shit.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but
I
there's
ain't
a lot
never
of
gonna crack
people.
the cheeks
John, we make too
'cause
much
I'm
sense. He's
depressed.
not even gonna hear it.
But
We make too much sense.
Some people
Yeah.
would say nothing would make a man not like titties,
I mean,
and you don't like titties because you were raped.
but I suck them. I still suck them. You know what I'm saying? I don't like them, but I still suck them.
But it's the craziest part. When I take that clip of you saying I still suck them, I suck them. I don't like them, but I
I'll
still
fuck these
suck 'em.
cameras up. These memory cards be lost like a motherfucker.
I just take that clip and
But
be
I
like,
said titties,
and be like- and
though.
be like, no, take that clip and be like, find out what he's talking about when the next episode is.
Try to lie to people.
Yeah, I just don't. I just do it because the girl likes it. So even though I really don't enjoy titties, I do enjoy
The pleasure.
like the
Are
way that
you
it makes her
traumatized
feel.
by the titties? Did
That's-
titties
Yeah.
traumatize you?
Yeah.
Amber, have you
Yeah.
ever heard of a man that doesn't like titties at all?
No.
Strange, right?
That's TV
But
quarter gay.
again, but if it's
You
if
are
something
quarter
he was
gay.
traumatized,
I'm
that
not.
makes sense.
You are
Right,
quarter
makes
gay.
sense.
Just
Because
like there's plenty of people that like the opposite sex or like the same sex, I should say, because the opposite sex done something to them.
Exactly.
It happens all the time.
It's
You
a very
hear it all
high
the time.
percentage of
It's
the
a
people that
very
are
high
gay.
percentage.
But
that's not
have-
genetics.
Like women tend to flow to women because something traumatic happens
But
to them with a
normally,
man.
nah,
It
because
happens.
normally when something traumatic happened to y'all, it make y'all whores.
So do guys do that? Are guys turning to men because women are traumatizing them?
No,
Gotta ask him. I don't
no,
know.
I ain't
No.
never wanted
What
to
you
fuck a
say? Are
nigga.
guys?
Some,
I
of
don't
the,
know
some
what-
of the
why
guys
they
that
going
went
on.
gay, do y'all think that is because they were traumatized by women?
No.
Since we're saying that it's
No.
the other way around.
No,
I
I think them niggas was born like, I like that.
I don't think
I
that
don't
they were
think
born
about
like
it
that.
that
I
way.
think they were touched.
A lot of them
No, I
are
used to
touched.
think that.
A lot of them
No, I
are
used
touched.
to-
But that
A lot
just
of people
makes
are
you
touched.
a whore.
Hold on.
Most women
Oh
that
my god!
listen, most women listen, real shit.
Cheap-
Think about this. Most women be like, they be like crazy hoes, right? They whole story be like, oh, I was molested.
Yo,
I was
a lot of
molested when
porn
I was
stars-
younger.
a lot of porn stars say that.
It's true, and with a lot of young
It's
boys, when they get
trauma.
touched when they
Yeah,
young,
it's trauma.
you lose that. Like it's a part of you that loses that thing that feels like you're special.
So can we
hold on,
agree that you-
wait. I think it's something else. I think it's people saying, I want to be in control of my sexual destiny. If the person was molested by somebody before somebody was making them do something, I think sometimes them acting out and saying, I'm gonna do porn, I'm gonna do all of this stuff.
So
it's
can we
because
agree that
they're
it's
being in
because they
charge.
were touched though? You either end up gay or you end up
No.
transgender.
But see,
wait,
people
hold on,
underestimate-
Hold on.
You
I gotta be
But
clear.
hold on,
But
Monica, you making a
I'm
point.
not making
Hold up,
points.
but I want to be very clear. I'm always doing this. I got to be very clear on this platform because you
go
said.
ahead.
So are we saying?
No, not
So
we.
when,
Not
so when
with
you
you.
say, are we saying? I'm going to be like, no. You saying? I do think that women, some women that decide to go off and be what we call whores or act out in movies and stuff, they have said that they were touched. I'm not going to sit here and say that a person that was gay was molested in some way. I can't
No,
say.
but what I can say
I can't
is when
say
you're
that.
molested, what I don't know at home at all, but when you're molested, we gotta weigh in that trauma is gonna lead you somewhere.
Yeah, I can
She
speak
be
from
molested.
I can speak
But
from
it's-
experience.
It's the
different
molestation, it's other stuff, but
Because-
people downplay the impact of trauma and what it has
Yeah.
on you and how it plays out in your life.
it do.
And it plays out in your life in many different ways. So I know personally people who were girls who love men. They got molested, this thing happened, and now they like girls.
Yeah.
Then that's just
so that doesn't make for so I believe that, and I don't think that makes it have to be exclusive. So what I can say is, are there people that get molested and could become a killer? Are there people that become molested
Yes.
and could become
right.
become gay? Is there
Yes.
people? But can you be a killer without being molested? Yes. Can you be gay without being molested? Yes. Can you be? So what I'm saying is
Yeah.
that what I'm saying is yes, it could be a product of that, but I do believe
The
some
percentage
people,
is
but I
very
believe-
high.
But it
I believe
changes
that
it
some
changes
people-
something. Like I've been molested by more than one person, by the way. So I was molested by the girl, the lady with the titties, but then I also was molested by the lady that, Slice know who I'm talking about.
The police officer,
The police
in
officer
Philadelphia.
in Philadelphia.
Mhm.
So at that time, like she just made me have sex with her though. So it does. So which was why I started having sex at a very, very young age.
Makes
because
sense.
I didn't view. I couldn't for the longest time view sex as anything special.
Yeah.
Like I didn't like look at it as a like something special. I kind of looked at women as objects.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It was like something was broken in me. You know what I'm saying, when that shit happened. So it's like, even like now as an older man, like even like, you know what I mean, women's breast and shit like that, like it kind of takes some getting used to. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Don, pull your titties out.
Yeah, how does he go from being so serious to just
First off, whenever GB
Right, you
gets
know what I
too
mean?
serious, I'm literally.
I'm just saying, like,
literally
we gotta
waiting.
show the people.
He wants to show y'all.
We gotta just show
through
y'all.
Dom
Like, no, I just
what he
know.
doesn't
I just
like
wanted.
about
I just
titties.
wanted to pull the titties out right, and just so y'all could just see my face.
I don't want to
I just want y'all to
traumatize
see
him.
how I react.
I don't want to
this.
traumatize him anymore.
This could save a life.
All right, man. Listen, hold on. I wanna do a was hot. Now it's not. And I wonder if any of y'all Negroes have was hot, now it's not, because Monica is always complaining. We don't do what's hot now.
as soon as I get a whole list of what's hot and now it's not, he stops doing
No,
it.
so, but what I'm saying is, Monica.
Let me go on my notes and I'm gonna give you 10 of them.
Oh, that's on. You don't have to give me.
I'm giving you 10.
You don't have to give me 10. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'll do. While you think of your was hot, now it's not. I'll give you one. The quote, "You got games on your phone." I think that died. Kids don't come up to you and ask you if you got games on your phone no more.
They got phones.
Because they got their own phones.
Exactly. And that's exactly. There was a time period, because that's what was hot. Now it's not. It's about. It's usually things that happen in the culture that changes whether something dissolves or not. So as kids got tablets and all of that shit that they're stuck to, that whole time period, because there was years of time that every kid that saw you on the phone, you didn't want to pull that shit out in front of a nigga.
Whoa,
because
that's a crazy clip.
crazy clip.
That's a crazy clip.
It was all said in one thing with phones. You didn't want to pull
Splice
your
that
phone.
with what you said. This is a wild show. It's a wild show.
Yo, I'm gonna put that together. You're gonna sound crazy. Because I just said you didn't want to pull that shit out in front of a nigga.
But I suck them. I still suck them. You know what I'm saying? I don't like them, but I still suck them.
He's gonna sound crazy. I'm gonna still sound like I ain't want to pull it out for nigga. But kids don't ask you that no more. And some of those things, you look around and you're like, oh shit, you're safe to pull out your phone. But there was a time period a few years ago where you could not pull your phone out around kids because kids wanted to know if you had
It's my turn.
Games in your phone.
There you go. Gee.
You trying to suck this dick?
How would you know if it's? How would you know
Listen,
if it
back
was
in the
hot?
day,
You talking about the
listen,
same?
listen, back in the day,
I don't think
back
that's
in the
going.
no real rap. Back in the day, you couldn't ask. It was no nice way to ask for a dick suck.
Yo.
There was no nice way to ask a woman because women were more ashamed of it. Nowadays, you could just be like, "Yo,
Ashamed?
you trying to suck this dick?"
No,
or
no,
what?
you are so you. This is what's really crazy. There used to be footage, right? Because we got cameras out in the back of this joint.
Mm-hmm.
Over a decade ago, somebody that used to be around this show and everything
Shrek.
like that, right? No, I'm
Yeah,
not saying.
damn,
Shrek.
I'm not saying. I'm never going to say who, right? They was
Always
out,
say who.
They was out in the back. They was out in the back with a chick. Everything going good. They making out in the car and all of that, right?
Damn, Ant-Man.
Look, stop, bro. Stop. So at a certain point, these two, you could see them on the camera. You could kind of make out they just doing their little thing, 1, 2. And then next thing you know, the girl opens up the car and walks away all fast, like mad, in the joint. And you see the homie get out the car, like, yo, what the
GB.
fuck? Whatever. So
This
when
him?
I asked
Oh.
afterwards, this might have been the death.
She wouldn't have walked away.
This might have been the death of this sentence. He asked these exact words. Say it again, GB.
You trying to suck this dick?
he said that to the girl.
Why
when
you
I
can't-
asked him, I'm like, bro,
And she
what
got
happened?
offended.
I said, what's
She probably got
I said,
offended.
what happened, bro? I saw you on camera. He said,
That's
bro.
not even offensive.
He
That's
said-
not even an
Yes, it
offensive
is.
term now.
Yes,
He
it
said,
is.
bro,
Yeah, now.
Oh,
But
now.
it used
That's
to be.
not now.
It used to
That's-
be.
Monica,
It used to be.
Not
like,
now.
anybody suck the dick. Who do you think I
No,
am?
let me ask you this.
That's-
How many
Now you
sucks
be
did
like,
you
wait
get
till
asking
later.
How do you like asking polite is worse? It's like, yo,
It is.
it's
Thank you,
worse.
Slice.
Can you,
Thank you,
excuse me,
Slice.
can you please suck my dick? Like, what? That don't get you no
Like,
dick suck.
now you say, get over here and suck this dick.
so this dude
Or
is
used to be
Drama.
the John to the head.
Yeah, that's true, too.
crazy. So look,
It wasn't ass. You
yo, this has happened to her before.
It's happened to all of us.
Yeah,
It's very traumatic.
Every man has tried.
So what I will say is, my boy basically told me like, bro, I hit her with the, yo, you gonna suck this dick? And he couldn't believe how she reacted because
It's disrespectful.
Prior, but what I'm
bro.
But you was gonna fuck me in a car.
But
Yeah,
that was
Monica,
cool.
Like, that was okay,
Monica,
right?
you're
You can't
We
say
stop
it.
at the dick
Monica,
suck. We
you're
stop.
skipping a part. If you did it 50 times in a row and it always worked, this is the thing that people got to remember. If a person is shocked because he's like, you're right now saying like, you can't say that's disrespectful. It's like, I've done it every weekend for years.
Yeah.
I go to the club, I meet a joint, I bring them back, I do this, I say that, they suck me off.
I don't
I'm
even know
going
how
through
else to act.
I'm going through a routine. I go through the routine this week and this joint bugged out. Hold on, I think we in another era. What just happened? Did I just lose my magic? What happened?
Women grew up.
Amber, how would you like a man to ask you? What you want him to say to you?
Damn, that's a good question.
My man don't gotta ask.
Yo,
How about
that's
that?
No. If you said your man, but when you first meet a nigga,
Yeah, but let's
niggas be
just
like,
say-
niggas be like, yo, just put your mouth.
But let's just say, for instance, you ain't catching the hint.
I see that. That's when you be like, what are
Yeah,
you
they
doing?
don't ask. You guys don't ask. You do
No,
that.
Yeah, you
But
do
wait,
that.
let's
You
just
be
say
like,
for
I've never
instance,
had
anybody
that. I'm like,
ask
He
me.
trying to ask for head though. Let's say he trying to ask for head. You ain't catching the hint. You over there cooking fucking eggs, with a dippy eggs or something. You over there making eggs, but he want his dick sucked.
But usually this is
How
car,
do you
this
want
is
him?
car behavior.
How do you
normally.
want him to act?
I want him to pull his shorts down, take it out.
And then niggas wonder why girls be like, I'm gonna sit on your face. And niggas be like, whoa.
That sounds sexy as shit.
Niggas, yeah, niggas,
No,
niggas
but
is
I'm
happy
just
with
saying.
that.
Yeah, I'm just saying. But that energy is where women get that from because of all the years of the dick suck era.
do it.
and all
But
this
You know
other-
where
I got
where
another
y'all got
TV,
sucking
shut
dick
up.
from? Y'all didn't suck dick. This is true. Hip hop history, right? I'm gonna teach y'all something about hip hop history.
You about to teach them about sucking dick.
I'm about to teach them about hip hop history, right? And the difference of how we were able to get our dick sucked. Noriega, rapper, Nori. He came out with a song, Getting Head in the Whip Without Crashing It. I can promise you that before that song became popular, Getting Head in the Whip Without Crashing It, black women especially lied and said that they did not suck dick. It was notorious. If you told to black women, they would say, I don't suck dick. He made it popular with this getting head in the whip and not crashing it. And these things continued on. When the rappers start rapping about it, and now you start hearing like Lil Kim and different people saying, I suck the dick from this to this and doing that. Just like probably a lot of niggas is gonna be like GB getting their ass eaten ever since the
Wait,
chick
what?
came
I
out.
never confirmed that. Like, why you saying that like that?
Ever since
I never said I got my ass ate.
Yo,
GB goes
Yeah, you
smoke
did.
in the ass.
I never
In the
did.
ass.
So
You like your ass getting ate?
Listen,
So all I'm saying is when the shorty said to eat the ass, you want to switch. Now I'm eating his ass.
I never heard that song.
But I bet
You wrote it.
But I bet you ass eating with niggas went up a percentage. I wonder what it is. Tell me in the comments what the percentage was, because it seems to be that this music really pushes stuff, because I know that
Yeah,
that
because
made
if you listen to it all the time, then it's kind of like a
you
trans
put in,
hallucinating.
comes out.
And that's why, like, you just pull it out. Like, I
Whoa.
don't think men
Whoa.
talk no more. Men don't ask for dick sucks. They pull it out and like they
You
basically
gotta
put
be
it
on the right level with that woman.
These
It's gonna
sound
be
bites
assault
is
if
gonna
y'all
be
not
wild.
there with it. But if y'all there with it,
you ever had a nigga where you was just sitting forward like watching TV, put it on your shoulder?
Wait, no.
She said
that's
on the
not
shoulder.
my shit. Or smack your cheek with it.
Why you
His
think-
face.
look at this.
they'll smack your ass though with it. Yeah.
Yeah, smack your ass. Yeah.
It's time.
That's
No,
you're
I'm
really
talking
sitting
about
down
like you
watching
just
TV.
sitting down Indian style watching TV. You just eating your food, and nigga just come smack your face.
Why
with
does
a
she have to say Indian style? Where is he getting
Because he's
this?
saying like she's really just
dick?
relaxing.
Like because she really like into what she's doing.
Yeah,
GB
she not-
said-
and you just
Hey,
come in and smack me in the face with
Yeah,
your dick.
disturb your peace.
No,
Fuck
I've
your
not.
piece.
I've never had that happen.
Because it's crazy. Because when
That happens with every
when you
nigga in my
horny-
life.
When you horny and you got the gooey glaze top, when you smack him in his face, the string. It's a
That
whole-
is disrespectful.
It's like a little.
And we all know.
It's like cable wire.
And we all know.
Cable
It's
wire.
like Spider-Man.
Pre-cum is just niggas getting wet.
Pre-cum, we all know
Niggas get wet.
Pre-cum is niggas getting
that
wet.
pre-cum kills AIDS
We
and
know
makes retarded babies.
Yeah.
We know that. Monica, did you have one?
Nope. I feel like we took up too much time and now
All
I don't
right,
even want to get mine.
Monica don't got nothing for y'all. She's mad as well that she's sitting in the seat that she's sitting in right now. She's got the evil eyebrows. Y'all let us know in the comments. We out of time. We want to know in the comments, what do y'all think makes people fall out of love? I also want to know,
Bitches cheating.
can you be in love with two people at once? We got confirmation from all the women on the show that any person in a poly relationship, that only one person the man is in love with, the other people are not. And therefore, also they're stating that people that are bisexual cannot be in love with a man and in love with a woman. You can only be in love with one person at once. This is things that are confirmed by our panelists and scientists on the show. Amber Grant agrees with this, and Slice Maximus also. The women on our show say all people that were gay were
All
molested.
right, Dev. All right.
I didn't say all.
I didn't say that.
I didn't say all.
All right.
I didn't say all.
I said it's in the food.
It's a high percentage.
Damn.
Amber Grant said it's in the food. What
That's
food?
why it's called
Black
Longhorn.
guy.
Before we-
And
before we go-
GMOs, and it's in the water too, through the water systems. Because all the women that are on like birth control pills, it goes into the water systems. So people don't think about that, but they're genetically modifying. It's feminizing men.
I thought she was going to
No,
say
I
hot
agree
dogs.
with her.
Oh no, I thought she was
Hot
gonna
dog
say
order.
go to Longhorn on Fridays. So,
See, y'all think it's a joke, but go ahead.
That's like, you say keep eating
Say
that
what
shit.
I said though.
so you don't eat fast food?
No, I didn't say I didn't eat it, but I mean, I don't care if I turn
She's
gay.
feminine enough, so
We already know because Amber already said she'll eat Monica's ass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, with that being said, from Amber who says she'll eat Monica's ass, we out of here, y'all. Peace.
right.